Is now the time? That's what Walter Forsberg was thinking in 1945 when he was driving from Jamestown, New York to Youngsville, Pennsylvania with his brother-in-law. They were considering buying a grocery store. He was about 36 years old, and he was very scared and very nervous. But he had done some research. He had been working hard. He had saved some money for years during the Depression. He worked 2 jobs. He would work all day at a factory, go home, eat dinner with his family, sleep for 4 hours, and get up and go to the bakery and work all night. He ate 6 meals a day just to stay awake, he said. Gained a lot of weight, too. But now he and his brother-in-law were considering a whole new opportunity. It was the day after World War II, and they were talking about opening a business, starting something brand new, buying a building. He had never done this before. You and I might look back at that time and say, wow, that was a great time to open up a business, wasn't it? He had no idea. You and I are not in a world war, thankfully, or coming out of one, but we are in what everybody calls a global financial crisis. What is that? What does it mean? I mean, we hear all sorts of statistics. All of us have seen our 401ks become 201ks. The front of the Wall Street Journal Friday showed that all equity investments are still down over 30%, even after the run-up we've had over the last few months. Unemployment's in double digits. GDP is contracting. We've never even seen this before in our lifetime. Trillions of government dollars and bailout and stimulus packages. Inflation looming. We don't know what the future holds. Everyone's cutting back. What does this mean? Mark Twain said, "I was seldom able to see an opportunity before it passed me by." Is this market an opportunity for us to invest? Is now the time? My wife and I have had several individual homes that we've bought and rented out over the years, but we recently found out of a little apartment condo complex that we're looking into in St. Louis, which is where I grew up. And I love the area. The town is fantastic. It's very safe. They've seen incredible investment environment over the last several decades. I'm very confident in the area, but I had to do some research to answer some questions. I looked at the local market, the city and metro area, and the national and global market. On the local side, I ran some reports off the MLS system that said that the apartment and condo complex environment in that area is, the price per square foot is down over 24% in the last 2 years. The number of units sold in the last 2 years is down by 28%. The average days on the market, they call it, which is the time it takes to actually sell a property, is up by 78% in a 2-year period. Business Week talked about the St. Louis area and did some specific calculations and said that St. Louis is probably not going to see any appreciation through 2012. There's a company called Fiserv Lending Solutions. They track 110 metro areas, of which St. Louis is one of. They went back and found that in 2007, we saw a drop 9%. In 2008, we saw a drop of 15%. And in 2009, they're projecting 9 to 10% drop in values again. So totaling that up, that's about 30%. Another company called the S&P Case-Shiller Index of 20 major cities is off by over 33% from the peak, which was in the second quarter of 2006. So that means that prices now are about where they were in 2003. And looking at the global environment and the national market, a couple of economists did some analysis, and they said that on average, that prices continue to drop 6 years after a major financial issue happens. Is now really the time? I don't know.